Kasi ang haka-haka ng mga tao, lalo na ito si Maring Lenny, sabi niya na mauna ako. You know, in the protocol, ang edad namin ang preferential right is given to 16 o 18 above, tapos 59. Ako, Maring Lenny, 70 na. 70, hindi pala. 67 lang pala. Masyado kang apurado. Sa protocol nga, we are not even considered as those needing or occupy a priority in the application of COVID. Mahirap kasi ang ano mo, you are baiting me. Alam mo kung bakit? Nagdududa ka kasi na nagpabakuna na ako kasama ng mga sundalo. Kaya panay ang tikoy, yung ginaganon mo, ha? Sige, salita ka. Yun ang talaga ang ano mo. You have a very, you seem to have an angel face but a devilish mind. Marunong ka mag ano. May ang pagduda mo kasi tapos na ako, kaya you want me to go into a trap of saying things which are not appropriate. Yan ang mahirap sa iyo. And every day, you have a narrative. Nung una, sabi mo na kulang dito, ganon, na kailangan, yesterday you said, our frontline workers deserves the best. Wala akong problema yan. Mas magsakit ang ulo ko kung wala siya. Kayo, ikaw, sige ka lang salita dyan. Wala ka namang ginagawa. Sige ka issue ng statement. Do you know what? Because you want to be relevant here. Gusto mong sumali sa laro na para makipakinggan ka rin. Bakit hindi mo sinabi noon yan? Tapos ngayon, sabihin mo, dada ang propeso. Anong propeso? Proseso, rather. Anong proseso ang gusto mo? Natapos naman yan lahat. Gusto mong dagdagan. Bakit hindi mo sinabi noon na ito lahat kailangan? Ngayon nga may proseso na bago. Ganito na lang. Sabihin ko sa iyo uli, kung marunong kang makinig, walang bakuna ngayon available, either hingiin mo, nakawin mo, o bayaran mo. Not only the Philippines, as stated by earlier, binigyan tayo ng worldwide situation ng vaccine. Hirap rin sila. Ang Amerika meron, pero inuuna nila. Ito, alam mo, unahan ito. Ako muna bago kayo kasi amin to. As correctly stated by Secretary Galvez, it is only China who has come up with its commitment to so many nations. I don't know how many, but I'm sure China will honor on time. Kasi wala nga silang, alam nila mas gastos tayo kung tayo ang magkuha. We have to send our cargo planes. Marami yon. Hindi magkasya ng isa. We have to send about 2. China, minabuti niya na dalhin na lang dito sa Pilipinas using their own air assets. Kaya ganon. Ngayon, kung gusto mo talaga para mahinto ka, kunin mo yung basket mo, mamalengke ka doon sa labas ng bakuna. bigyan kita pera para kung may mabili ka, bilhin mo na kaagad at umuwi ka dito sa Pilipinas, bigay mo roon sa mga doktor. Yan ang mahirap sa iyo. You want to be relevant. And you know, sometimes you make an idiotic stance. Yung mga ganun, they deserve the best. Anak ka ng... Bakit? Ako, I would give them the worst. Mamatay ka na. Hindi ko iwanan yung mga frontliners. And you do not need to really be redundant about it. Ako yung napika ako sa iyo pero because ilang beses na tayo nag-enkwentro sa sagutan. Alam ko, may nagsabi, a devil has said something, jukin mo, magsabi, tanungin mo. Ngayon, ipakita ko. Ngayon gusto ko, pag mag-injection ko, nandiyan ka dito sa Malacanang. Kaya sabihin ko, matanda naman ako, kalahati lang ang akin. Pastada mo yung pupo, doon iturok sa iyo to add protection to your good health. Secretary Doke, you can go ahead.
Salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo. Susugan ko lang po konti yung sinabi ninyo. Yung pong sa pagbibigay bakuna ng gobyerno ng China ay 53 nations po ang kanilang nabigyan ng mga bakuna at lahat po yung mga yan, sila halos ang sumundo ng kanilang bakuna mula sa China. Hindi po katulad ng nangyari kahapon, sila po mismo nagpadala, Mr. President, ng bakuna sa atin. Kaya ang halaga po nitong bakunang ito ay mga 403 million pesos. Yung 600,000 doses ang Mr. President, ang halaga po 403 million pesos sa halagang $14 per dose. So, tuloy ko lang po na nasimulan po natin ang pagbibigay ng dagdag na proteksyon ng bakuna sa mga frontline healthcare workers sa PGH, sa Dr. Jose N. Rodriguez Memorial Hospital and Sanitarium, yung Lung Center of the Philippines, ang Veterans Memorial Medical Center na pinangunahan po ni Secretary Delphine Lorenzana. Kasama ko po siya sa V. Luna Medical Center at ganoon din po sa PNP General Hospital. Mula pa lamang po ito ng ating pambansang pagbabakuna laban po sa COVID-19, naway magkaisa tayo sa kilo, sa puso at sa diwa dahil abot kamay na natin ang susi sa wakas laban sa pandemya at ang katiyakan ng ligtas at tuloy-tuloy natin pagbangon tungo po sa mas produktibo at mapaglikhang kinabukasan ng sambayanang Pilipino. So, ito lang po ang ibig kong iparating sa amin pong updates. Tomorrow ay tuloy-tuloy na po ang pagbabakuna sa lahat ng mga ospital ng gobyerno, public and private, at local and national government hospitals at ang hanggang masakupan po ang mga barangay health workers sa kanayunan. At ibig ko rin po ipagpaalam sa inyo, Mr. President, na ang Pasay City ngayon ay rumaragasa ang kanilang COVID cases. May spikes po sila at pinapaalam ko po na doon magpapadala din po tayo kaagaran ng mga bakuna para po maprotektahan na ang kanila pong mga healthcare workers hanggang po sa kanilang mga barangay health workers na bumubuo ng barangay health emergency response teams at ito po ay karagdagan hakbang para po mapababa natin ang rumaragasang COVID-19 cases sa Pasay City. So ito lang po as of now my updates, Mr. President.
Sige, go ahead.
Sir, yung sinasabi po kasi ni Madam Vice President, dapat po...
Ano kaya mabuti kung tanggalin mo yung... Nagbabounce kasi yung kaya...
Opo.
It's not really very clear. Nagmamount ang boses mo sa...
Sa shield po.
Pati yung...
Opo.
Para,
Ang sinasabi po ni Madam Lenny, dapat daw dumaan sa health technology assessment sang-ayon po sa Universal Healthcare. Nagkataon naman po tayo nagsulong ng Universal Healthcare noong 17th Congress sa Bababang Kapulungan. So just for the information of VP Lenny, babasahin ko na po yung provision ng batas, Section 34 of the Universal Healthcare. No? The health technology assessment shall be institutionalized as a fair and transparent priority setting mechanism that shall be recommendatory to the DOH and PhilHealth. So hindi po totoo ng sinasabi niya na requirement po ng Universal Healthcare na mandatory daw ang HTAC review. Hindi po.
The way she said it,
recommendatory.
the way she said it would appear that it is mandatory.
Hindi po, mali po talaga.
Kaya sabi ko,
The letter of the word says it is recommendatory to the DH. At tandang-tanda ko po ito kasi nung tinatalakay namin ito sa Kongreso, ang tanong nga, bakit kailangan pa ng ganito? Meron ng FDA. So lininaw po natin at ang aking mga advisors po noon, si Dr. Ernesto Domingo na Magsaysay Awardee, si Dr. Butching Paterno, doon po ang tawag po sa kanila UPPJ Study Group on Universal Healthcare. Ito'y paniguro lang na yung babayaran ng gobyerno ay essential medical services at mga gamot at hindi po cosmetic, no? Para hindi masayang ang pondo. But it is always recommendatory. It is still the decision of the Department of Health and the PhilHealth kung ano pong popondohan. Kaya po siya na-confuse, merong criteria kasi. The following criteria must be observed in the conduct of the HTA, and among others, nakasulat po dito yung safety and effectiveness. Each intervention must have undergone phase 4 clinical trial. Pero hindi po to applicable sa panahon ngayon because nasa EUA lang po tayo. Wala pa pong phase 4 na clinical trial ang kahit anong bakuna. So kung sasabihin po niyang mandatory to, wala tayong mabibiling kahit anong bakuna. But the letter of the law is very clear po, recommendatory, and the spirit of the law, as the primary author of the law, was never to duplicate the function of the FDA dahil ang safety at saka efficacy po, yan na po yung function ng FDA.
at saka yung emergency use. We are in an emergency situation. The world is in a dire situation. Kaya nga tawag emergency authority, emergency use authority. Hindi nga niya nakuha yan eh. Wala ngayong may panahon na to go subject it into lengthy examination. The world cannot afford it now. Kaya sabi ko kanina, nabasa ko man rin, pinabasa sa akin. Kaya ko sabi ko, what are you doing? Every time you open your mouth, it seems to be idiotic eh. Hindi ka recommendatory nga. If the word recommendatory is made mag-interface ka ng emergency, then what the hell is the recommendation for when you are facing an emergency? Ma'am. Kaya kung gusto ka magtanong, kung merong wala namang bakuna, kyak-kyak ka ng kyak-kyak, nung dala ka ng basket, bigyan ka kitang pera, mamalingke ka ng bakuna at dalhin mo dito sa atin. That is how ako naman, pag nagkamali ako talaga, yung klarong mali, nagsasabi ako na, well, everybody has the right to commit a mistake. It could be in a very sarcastic way. Wala naman siguro, let me thank again. Mayroong binulong sa akin si Ambassador Wangsilian. Ayaw ko lang sabihin. Pero before we shook hands, before we left the stage, may sinabi siya. He said something to me na very encouraging. And I said, thank you. Alam na ninyo kung ano yan, but I would not want to preempt. I want the benefactor to announce that ginusto nila yan. So, pasalamat tayo. And I said, itong bilihin natin, maybe we are really the tail ender of this purchasing power of ours. It could be that we are in the last 10, 20, maybe 30. Because wala, ang World Health Organization, which demanded that every country, rich country where the vaccines are manufactured, must contribute. Nag-commit na nga. So, naudyok kahapon. So, that I really wanted to know what was the reason because I cannot. Hindi ako pwedeng magsinungaling bubulahin kayo. Ang sinabi, naudyok kasi sa supply. So, wala talagang supply. I'd like to say again, my dear countrymen, ginusto ko man, sabi ko, buy steel or baro, wala akong makuha. Like to thank the President Xi Jinping. You know, I do not want to grab the credit. The credit is the Filipino people. It inspired us to crank our gray matter between the ears. How really can we master a good plan? Di ba sinabi ko sa iyo, nung pag-constitute ko ng itong task force, di ba sinabi ko sa inyo, tinawagan ko si Xi Jinping, I made a personal call. I told the nation about it. It's not my credit. It's the credit of the people who inspired me to really do something. So sabi ko, Mr. President, my country does not have the technology. We do not have the know-how. I hope that you will not forget us if things go afoul. O nakita mo yung nagkukulang-kulang. Yan yung tinawag ko. At President Xi Jinping is listening now. So, President, from the bottom of my heart, and with immense gratitude, I thank you, the Chinese people and government, for being so generous. Maybe someday I can repay you if I would still have enough time in this planet. Now, tapos naman siguro ito. I'll just, again, gusto man talaga ng tao na walang ginawa ang graft and corruption. O ito, then a list of government personnel suspended and dismissed from service. The name is Noel Reyes, position Administrative Officer, Department of Trade and Industry. The nature of the case is serious dishonesty, grave misconduct, gross neglect of duty, falsification of public documents, and conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the government. For falsifying official receipt, entries issued in triplicate, resulting in the unreported amount of 1.69 million that the DTI is rightfully entitled to. Mr. Reyes resigned, but the law does not allow you to resign. You are, but maybe his case was final, but still he's facing a criminal charge, and this is maybe with the Supreme Court. The affair if the case is still with the Department of Trade and Industry, kindly expedite. There's not much that it's paperwork. All you have to do is to look at the figures. Then we have Ramiro M. Cruz, District Engineer, Bulacan 2nd District Engineering Office, Department of Public Works and Highways. Serious dishonesty, gross misconduct of duty, and grave misconduct. Gross neglect and grave misconduct. Ito, gross neglect is an omission. Ito, with malice. For their omissions, ito, I'd like to issue a warning. Hindi pa tayo ako tapos sa DPWH. Hindi pa ako tapos sa inyo. Kayong mga matagal na sa district engineer. Some of you are even are friends of mine. Ito si Ramiro Cruz, District Engineer, 2nd District. Serious dishonesty, gross neglect of duty, and grave misconduct. For their omissions, kasali pala itong lahat Alfredo Hernandez, Chief Construction Section, Bulacan, the District Engineer's Office, DPWH. Armando Juan, Project Engineer, Bulacan, 2nd District. Ganito pala ito ang mga kasalanan. Kayong mga prove to me nga kayong mga engineer, pumasa kayo sa board, baka putang ina. Pineke ninyo. Tingnan mo itong charges. For their omissions, poor performance of functions, and non-compliance of the issuances of department may be permitted, thus causing serious delay in the construction of the bridge in San Miguel, Bulacan, and for concealing these facts to make it appear that the project was completed per schedule. Anak ka ng putang ina ninyo, umalis kayo sa gobyerno. Preventive suspension. I'd like to, DPWH, palisin ninyo yan in the fastest possible time. I do not need government workers na ganon. Kung wala ka palang alam bakit ka pumasa sa board, let's ka. So, mga kababayan ko, pagpatawarin na ninyo ako sa mga mura ko at yung mga pa-slide ko sa mga kapwa ko tao, kapwa ko sa gobyerno. Kasi minsan, napipika na ako na ginagawa mo ng lahat, meron pang masabi na hindi naman totoo. You know, gaya sa tamang proseso. So making it appear that again, government committed a serious omission na hindi ninyo pinadaan sa proseso. Putang ina ka, ano ba? Ilang proseso ba pala daan? I've told the government ito ngayon to simplify matters. And if need be, go to Congress and ask for a revised law or regulation limiting the number of the offices where the documents or papers must pass through. Kasi pag hindi yan ang naka-ano sa Pilipinas delay. At maraming dinadaanan na opisyal. Kaya kada isang mesa per table o upuan ng putang ina maghingi ng lagay. Kaya the long road to China, ika nga, that's an idiom. Yan ang nangyayari. Ngayon, kayong mga you know, madali na lang ako. I'm less than a year, wala na ako. Pag nagkamali kayo, basi konti ngayon, iwasan ninyo magkamali. If you value your work, if you want to stay in government, iwasan ninyo. Kasi yung sulat lang mismo, ipapatawag talaga kita. And I will investigate immediately and then file the case before the ombudsman para diretso na. And maybe the ombudsman will be the one to issue the suspension order. Pero ako, I want you out. Out as in out of government service. Kaya kayong kunti na lang panahon naman na iwan sa akin eh. Wala namang dyan. Kaya it would be best na huwag ka muna magkapera ngayon. Hintayin na lang ninyo for better times. Hintay kayo kung sinong presidente na kaya ninyo. Kasi ako dito, hindi lang ako, kasi marami na eh. And to a fault, talagang nanghihiya ako ng tao. Pagdating mo dito, sasampalin kita. Diyan sa kwarto. Pag sinabi ko sa security, umalis muna kayo. Yan, may tama, ganyan. I humiliate people, especially those who steal money from government. I have, yung ambassador doon sa Brazil who maltreated a household helper, ito pa sa repeatedly inflicted physical harm doon sa tao. The recommendation was, and I signed when was it? The other day or last night? I signed the document affirming the decision. The decision metes out the penalty of dismissal from the service with the accessory penalties of cancellation of eligibility, forfeiture of retirement benefits, perpetual disqualification from holding public office, and bar from taking civil service examination. Yan ho ang what's Tagalog for penalty? Yan ang parusa niya. So, that's how it is. I said there are rules to be followed. Kung ayaw mong sundin, you take the risk. If something goes wrong, it's gonna hit you. Maraming salamat po.